and it's on the Malcolm X portion. The point was made in the book, Malcolm X's autobiography, that every educated, accomplished black man who marries a white woman reduces the pool of men available to educated, accomplished black women. I reasoned that if I truly loved black America, I could not be a part of its continued disintegration. It was as if I'd made a promise to the spirit of Malcolm X. I took that promise seriously, yet Malcolm X was now the prototype for the man I wanted to marry. He was intellectual, didn't care about money, and was dedicated to racial justice. He also didn't worship white people, and that was something I very much admired because I thought our society probably made it hard for blacks not to be brainwashed into admiring whites. I have two questions. Number one, your black male husband, William, he is married to you, a white woman. How are you sure he has not been brainwashed to admire whites?
I'm not sure.
Okay. This program,
but nothing that he says would lead me to believe that he's brainwashed into admiring whites. He didn't date white women before me, and yeah, I mean, I can't be. I certainly cannot be sure of that. You're right.
Okay. This matter of fact, I'll get in one more because this is a pretty dominant theme in the book. Where you're talking, this is back to high school. This is on for me, it's 226. Derek, black male, high school. Derek was pretty aloof when it came to my attempts to get his attention, but I did exploit him in a way. I was not the cutest girl in our grade, but I was able to get the largest share of his attention, probably because I was white and he attached a value to my whiteness. I also had blonde hair, and he, like many others, recognized the America's obsession with a shade of blonde that only appears on children and Scandinavian women. He attached a value to that, just as he'd been taught to do by American media. That being the case, that in a big way contributes to this program. I have taken the position that non-white people should never engage in sexual intercourse with white people as long as the system of racism, white supremacy exists, for many of the reasons Minister Malcolm X talks about, what you talk about in your book about black people being brainwashed, brain trashed to admire, worship, value, identify with white people, and that until all of that is eradicated, these relationships are inherently exploitative, and really they reinforce racism, white supremacy. It's white people taking advantage of someone who is in a very weak and vulnerable position every time. And I might even just go back and read your introduction about where you and your husband met, what your position in life was, person with a degree, house, great car, all of this, great credit score, and your husband being a homeless crack addict felon. Does that make sense? And do you see why?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I had already read where you guys say you cannot lay down with the enemy and fight racism. And I understand what you're saying. I totally do. Let me just clarify. The thing about Derek, that was in the 3rd grade or the 4th. So yeah. Anyway, that was me looking back on it and saying, did I use? So we agreed that I had an advantage. And yes, I had a crazy advantage over my husband. When we met, I have even now I have a lot of power that he just doesn't, because I make the money. Though I try not to hang it over his head, I say we get paid. But with his addiction, and yes, I mean, it's ridiculous. But I think it's important to understand he wasn't trying to fight racism. His parents were dead. He had nowhere to go. He was homeless. He was an addict. I know people say, well, no one, put a gun to his head and made him smoke crack. Whatever. He was homeless. He had nowhere to go. And we both agreed that we exploited each other. He wanted a place to live. He wanted my money. That's okay with me. I wanted his genes. I wanted his genetics. And I say in the book, it was like I asked him to be my sperm donor. And I liked him a lot. I thought he was the kindest, he was just a wonderful, wonderful guy. But I just had decided I'm ready to have a baby. And So yeah, if you're fighting racism, I'm not sure you can be married to someone white. I'm not sure. But I'm the militant in our family. I'm the person who wants to fight racism. He really doesn't have any interest in fighting racism. He's just chilling, you know? I mean, we are a weird couple. I understand what you're saying, and I believe that there is some truth in that. But now, we have a kid that we need to raise together. So, you know, I mean, if you had him on the phone, he would say, I'm not trying to fight racism, that's her. She's the one who's all caught up about race and trying to fix stuff. I'm just, you know,
chilling.
I don't know. He's different, right?
Whoa, that is profound on so many levels.
No, it's
I
not.
hope somebody, if you're listening, that should be a sound clip right there. Everything that you just heard. That right there, in my view, is the best illustration of all time on this program of the incorrectness of sexual intercourse between white people and non-white people. Thank you, Crystal Tyler. Weak Money, outstanding. Sound clip, YouTube video. Bang.
Because what? Because I say I wanted him to be mad.
I mean, just every aspect of it. Even, and I want to make sure I get to this next one because it's important. So I'm not going to do this, but just
he wanted my money.
Hang on. I mean, that's understand. I mean, that's set up. The system is designed.
Help me understand.
People have you've already laid that out. So you didn't ask him. You didn't say, I wanted him to be a husband. I wanted him to be a father. You said, I wanted his genetics. I wanted him to be a sperm donor. That right there is the essence of when James Baldwin, he talks about, it's in his book, or it's transcribed. He had a conversation with Margaret Mead, who's a white woman, suspected white supremacist racist, but he was saying that there's this problem with white women, that you are seen as a sort of walking phallus, basically, in the book. And
a walking what?
A walking penis, basically, is what he's saying.
Oh.
And for me, just that he is seen not a husband, not a father. You are a sperm donor. I want your genes. That right there.
No, but
that's
he,
so wait a minute. I'm not done because
done.
That was one aspect of it. The fact that you said he's not concerned with fighting against racism, which even contradicts what you said in your book. You said that he was kindred spirit with Malcolm X about him being for racial justice. You just said he's chilling. He's not about all this. You are the quote-unquote militant one. That's what you said in the relationship.
Yeah.
That right there further, to me, illustrates the incorrectness. As Pam, the legend, always says, you cannot lay down with... Hang on. I'm allowing you to speak without interrupting. Hang on.
No, I'm fighting with my husband.
Okay.
Sorry.
If he
when I said what, that was me talking to my husband. Go ahead, keep going.
And the same thing that I said when we were speaking before the program, if you're a husband, if he wants to give his 2 cents, if he's listening, or if he wants to share it, we definitely will make time for that. I would love to hear his thoughts on this as well if you would like to contribute. But as Pam says all the time, racism.ws.com, her book, The Interracial Con Game, you cannot lay down with white people and get up and fight racism. And just what you said, your husband is not about fighting racism. He's chilling.
Right.
You are the one that alleges to be against racism. And just that right there for me captures the absurdity and the incorrectness of all of this. As I said, for listeners, that should be sound clip, share. Any non-white person that is thinking about having sexual intercourse with a white person, you should listen to that and really ponder on it, process it, marinate on it for a few days.